all four of you on stage, please. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, sir. What a pleasure to have all of you once again. We have the bottles over here as well. So in case anybody feels thirsty, you know where to hit. Yeah. I would say let moderators take one on the sides, either on the sides. So you can sit over here, sit down the way sitting. This is going to be a session for 20 minutes, and we get finished right now. Because you don't think like
Okay. Where from when it comes to my families and from that reading you and that is the strategy on yes mistakes in life.
yes. So
So it all
channel.
and that doesn't need any more introduction. He's a customer in the given his a customer of the provider. And we have been compiling for the Workspace and has others that the ladies gone straight on the issue. But to share a little bit more on what like the finance is about, what job did you do as stand to through a modern workspace like with the new workspace?
Yeah, I need to work even the time. That doesn't cannot tell it. Shouldn't have got it on. I still get interest for it and then maybe is that my ability for good book. Especially for the microplans that we can. See, we think about microplans are typically focusing on the rural embedded some. Okay, we have spread across more than 90 states. And our people will be, it's kind of a distribution. My people are aiming around and then they will be reaching to the rural villages and then doing the business. Okay. So we are a 100% cloud company. Okay. You don't have any, on-premises. That is what the model uses how. That is the attraction. And why we can code right? So that is a really called a collaborative thing, and that it's mainly because of the people who were sitting in the rural villages. We need to reach the how I can be. I think my people now more than 99,000 people roaming around the rural villages and then doing the business with mobile apps and the delivery devices. How I can collaborate with these people. That is what's one of the major challenge. So this distributed mechanism, I don't know how it happens, what kind of a thing. So that's why I need to read them every time. So with the collaboration, the collaboration is really great. And also I'm having a mobile first kind of built. So whatever I think, then I need to read them using a tool. So everybody is familiar with eBay. Okay. So that actually interface need to be very much familiar with everybody and the collaboration environment. And we be getting towards using Workspace. That is very much interesting for the company and especially we evaluated Google Workspace at that time and then we were in so the Microsoft parts and then we migrated to this particular code without all these benefits. That is what we intended to. And then we have migrated the entire post to Google Workspace, and now we are successfully running for the last 3 years on in 3 years on Google Workspace. It's like more than 6,000 people seamlessly working on this Google Workspace. And the key point on it actually, as a microfinance company, we are mainly focusing on, as I already mentioned about the cloud environments. It's actually we are mainly focused on cloud and the people are on it roaming model. So I need to company push them immediately, and then the result process in iPop is actually you can also see the advertisements like the world finance companies how they perform. It's on a minute-based disbursement. So there is a lot of engagement there. So it's like no, it's actually the AI, the user base, and also all these things that we discussed on the coming question. It's actually before that. Related to your first question, it's actually that what motivates the companies to migrate to Google Workspace. That is what's the advantage of collaboration environment built by this particular tool. That's not Google Workspace. That what would be about to go ahead in this competitive market.
Because can you tell me what was the position before you actually going over six? So what standard style is then and from like the user down?
Yeah, it's 100% sure. It's actually this early since really expected all the now whatever parameter we have fixed there. That is one of the method challenge for every new code we will be able to back it up. Especially depending on OpEx model. So that's why they are very much interested on such kind of a thing like that. Especially in our programming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's very important. It's strategy and the collaboration with the people who I already mentioned about the people who are roaming. The credit officers, the branch managers, the assistant branch managers, those people who are roaming around and they need to transfer this is a lot of things. So we need to collaborate with meetings, we need to share the sheets, we need to discuss on various stats. So all of these are in a single platform I am getting. That is what one of the major approach I got it, and then that also is happening. But
so, this week, so how does the workspace, file, especially for the point of view of like customer these finance, transform the way they engage and collaborate with customers and vice versa?
of course, the project makes or what the totally declare like what is of course the speed of collaboration, right?
Right,
The second thing that I mentioned is the ease of usage.
right.
Which is a workforce, right? Which is also field. They're not as educated as we think they are.
Hmm.
That's what. The English is not their first side. Sure, that's it, right? So the message delivery is these guys have to do, and the tone is these guys have to is what changes, or I should say, if that is what decides whether the project will be successful or it will fail. Everybody in this world uses Android G. So the learning curve at the enrollments and everything is slower. So you don't have to wait for transition to happen and in fact to receive. That is one. Second with AI, right? As I said, English is not our first language, right? We all speak mistakes. So AI can help you deliver those messages to your end customers in a language which the customer will actually understand, rather than just nothing sorry, yes, right? That happens to
Using the natural language.
It's natural language, right? Then there's one more thing. Now, I have personally seen this. A lot of CIOs, friends, go for an AI solution for the objects. Then I have an AI and I want to prove my code that we are innovative.
System. The right.
Are they actually using AI or what? That is very clear. So AI is not for saying faster DLQ method. I mean, anybody can deliver an email in microseconds. Anybody can deliver a chat in microseconds. Like in your it specifically, think about that field worker is receiving like circulars from RBI, SEBI every now and then. He's receiving internal circulars every now and then. He's receiving emails, chat messages, right? And all of this is coming up in probably English language, right? So how does that person who is probably sitting in some rural village comprehend all of this and use it in real time? That is a workflow which needs a transformation. It's not the fastest delivery of the message. It's not the most secure delivery of the message, but actual usability of it.
Yes.
Which is very easily achievable when you have Google Workspace. And it doesn't end there. I mean, even when it comes to, let's say, large data sets like you have, comprehending large data sets, using it in insights from, let me ask you this question, right? In fact, I could tell you for anybody. Today, I have personally seen that a CIO receives a request for a new dashboard to be created. They usually go to a very fancy job title guy who's called as a data scientist or data analyst, right? So go to him and say that, okay, I'm using a dashboard month. And it takes 4 to 5 weeks to come back with dashboards. Even if he's faster, it will take at least a week to come back for a new dashboard to be created. While that branch manager who needed that information may not even require it after 4 days. So how can somebody get answers to that data immediately when they need it? It's a trust factor.
So clearly, Google Workspace is actually impacting people rationally. Or they see that what people feel hard to make that as they explained, it is increasing number speed of work. So the basically simplifying life and creating real respect about intuitive features such as natural language. So it doesn't you don't have to be a highly educated or intelligent or technically capable person to be using something like Google Workspace.
Right.
So we can see out here, in fact, in how it is creating a discussion is the how business is and so that is you as an implementation partner, how can you empower the customer clients for their pandemics. And it just kind of empowering them to license that right with that the frequencies based on they could. So not only workspace, the unlimited like 300 right partner moves potentials, then you say, well, please use the product use potential. Yeah, there are any cons. You always that's the customer to use the product without change management and implementation strategy. So we started see change family, what software flow, like a lot of things that are identified with in management. So take 21 on this. We start with initial consultation and understanding the current infrastructures and their business goals. And we had the right students for their from the Google Workspace. And then we had to create a migration plan without disturbing their business. And that's once we implement migration complete, we are able to implement the other security policies, which is very mandate any industry, especially. And we can the customer very soon I will make security all. Once we implement this, we have the end users to use non-maxi for things that all here to like work, gaming, design, to advanced genes. There are a lot services from Google Roasting that I will be able to about battery by regular training like and giving the regular acts to their end users. We always feel like a technical value added partners, not just a transaction partner. We always see it
I will also set them up that like they know normally for an implementation the partnering at the identify for other pain points. But so on onboarding the people, actually normally there will not be that big. That is one thing that I think that personally mentioned about the migration part. It's actually from technical perspective to the security also and to the delivery level and continuous that to the support the training of each and about. That is very much support and what are the features available in it. That we normally that will be continuously added. Yeah. Then a customer may not be identifying that attendant. For example, like the fact it's supposedly added on all these forms. This free or what all things may be available as a unique or being no it's I'm an enterprise person. It's actually a lot of things needed. So for that purpose, what for the people is required
How
exactly.
many people do you have on the Google Workspace?
Like you do more than just so
6 hours a day. So when you run one adoption, I'm working across these 6 hour people or in my exam server. We usually create some training plans and depends upon we create some seconds in the we train the daily rate tracking numbers. So we will always go this activity on it.
try the train of mental.
Right. So it's very important to grow up like on these things and how it goes to back to the place and it's feeling at that stage of class sheet. But I'd love to continue the conversation, but in the interest of time, thank you so much. It's been very insightful. Also, best dishes to be. Thank you, Mr. Go. Me out. Great. Right. And I have a bigger round of applause for all of them. So you can get a nice wrap up to the whole house. Let's go. Okay. But then, no. Ladies and gentlemen, what's this strategy to do? Doing that, but yeah, I've been a past two. It's now it's going topic. Zero notice. Now the ending you call in as many people as possible, not a problem. I don't know, but I stays, but I already like